It is no surprise at this point, Kendrick has shocked the world and dropped a brand new album on y'all's head tops. This album, a lot of people have been looking forward to this album because of what he did to Drake, which everybody thought would eventually lead up to an album, especially with Not Like Us having the success that Not Like Us had. He's pretty much the biggest rapper in the world at this point. Everybody's been looking forward to this album. With that being said, there's a lot of mixed reviews on this album. A lot of people are saying they love it. A lot of people are saying it's not enough. A lot of people are saying blah, 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 blah. A lot of Twitter folks are saying that I shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion on it because I'm white. And Kendrick said some things on it that I don't necessarily agree with. If you go back to the review on the intro that I just did, where he says, don't let white comedians talk about black women, that's law. I have a strong stance against that. I believe that comedians, no matter what color, should be able to make fun of race, religion, creed, whatever, because that's what comedians do. It's not serious. You know what I mean? And it should be taken as serious. However, I like this album a lot. I do. I think it's a really good album. And I wanted to get into this Tupac sampled, Tupac cadence, Tupac flow of a song called Reincarnated. It is insane. Great storytelling. The whole nine. Great flow, great cadence, great beat, great everything, dude. And it just showcases his creativity, man. He's one of the best artists of all time, and that's for sure. I can't wait to see what he does at the Super Bowl. I think he's going to tear the roof off that place. But before we get into this video, please make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button for your boy. Helps me get into the algorithms, helps other people to see me the same way that you see me. And we're trying to grow something special over here, aiming towards 5,000 followers, subscribers, whatever. I would love to celebrate that with you in a community effort. So please make sure to do that either on your way in right now or on your way out. Let's go ahead and get into this tang, bruh. Yeah. This is Kendrick Lamar, Reincarnated. Can't wait for y'all to hear this, bro. It's a common theme on here with the almost, I think it's Indian. The Indian singing. It's some kind of poetic Indian poem. It's dope. I think he does it on the intro, he does it on this one, and he does it on Gloria at the end of the album, I believe. All together, you can let me know in the comments if you know, I'm not sure, but all together, I think that there's one poem that's split into segments. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Reincarnated. Let's go, Dot. Come on, bro. First of all, that beat is crazy in 2024. Come on. I mean, it might not be what y'all are looking for. A lot of y'all are looking for that 808 deep bass. Like, this is that piano sample, the Tupac sample, all of it. This is crazy to me. I love every bit of it. This might be my favorite song on the album. This might be one of the best storytelling songs in the past decade, for sure.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame.
He is insane with lyrics, bro. I got this fire burning inside of me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be. I'm shedding skin. I'm becoming something new. I'm being reincarnated. Every day, a new version of me. A third of me is demented, cemented in pain. So a third of me is evil, and I'm stuck in pain. I can't get out of the pain, and I'm juggling all these opposing kinds of fame. Like, over here, you got this type of fame. Got the girls, the money, the cars, the lifestyle. Over here, I have this level of fame where I can be, my voice can be used in a positive manner to change society. I have all these different fames that I'm juggling, and I don't know how to make, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, here we go.
I know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect break this isolation, I was 4 years old. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake, cynical about the judgment day. I did past life progression last year and it fucked me up. Reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. Body after body, lesson after lesson. Let's take it back to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out the house cause I wouldn't listen to him. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from,
but I had to rebel. I didn't want it to change up yet. I want to read some of this. Cynical about Judgment Day. I don't know. I feel like if Judgment Day, I'm speaking from this perspective, of course, not my own. I feel like maybe if Judgment Day was going to happen, it would have happened by now. Maybe maybe something's wrong with my spirit. Maybe something's wrong with my way of thinking. Maybe maybe we don't know. Maybe Judgment Day isn't coming. But I did bad nonetheless. Slight progression last year. Did a little bit better with my life. I'm not so I'm not so stuck in my evil ways. Like, yeah, I've done a lot of bad, but I've been trying to progress and do better. So reincarnated on this earth for 100 plus. That's something that should stick in your head, right? Like reincarnated for 100 plus. Body after body. Lesson after lesson. Let's take it to Michigan in 1947. My father kicked me out of the house because I didn't want to listen to him. I can relate. I didn't care about his influence, only loved what I was doing. Keep these things in the track of your mind because this is a story and it comes together full circle at the end, okay?
Gifted as a musician, I play guitar on a grand level. The most talented where I'm from, but I had to rebel. And so I'm off in the sunset, searching for my place in the world. With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurled. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business loved me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I manipulated power as I lied to the masses. Died with my money, gluttony was too attractive. Reincarnated.
All right, so where we're at in the story right here is daddy issues, got kicked out of the house. I know what my dad was trying to teach me. I know the morals he was trying to teach me. He was trying to give me a code, but I wasn't into all that. I wasn't into that influence. I wanted to leave. I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to figure it out for myself. I did good with music. I ended up being pretty good at something, and even though my dad didn't understand my way of thinking and he wasn't supporting me in the direction that I wanted to move, they loved me over here because I'm good with this guitar, I'm good with the music, so they love me on this side. This beat is crazy.
Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist, as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven, the crowd sobbed. A musical genius, what the articles emphasize. Had everything I wanted, but I couldn't escape addiction. Heroin needles had me in fetal position, restricted. Turned on my family, I went wherever cameras be. Cocaine, no private planes for mine.
So are y'all following right now? Now we're in a woman's perspective, right? Don't worry, it comes full circle. I'm going to go over everything with y'all. Just be patient. But another life had me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit, seductive vocalist as the promoter hit the curtains. My voice was angelic, straight from heaven. The crowd would sob. My voice touched people. And I had everything that I wanted, but I couldn't escape the addiction. I couldn't escape that level of fame, what comes with that level of fame. I couldn't escape heroin. I couldn't escape the cocaine. I couldn't escape it.
Know my family, I went wherever cameras be. Cocaine, no private planes for my insanity. Self-indulge, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin. Fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking. My first assistant was a small town scholar. Never did a quaalude till I got myself around her. My daddy looked the other way. He saw sin in me. I died with syringes pinched in me.
Yeah. So this time, so y'all are understanding, he's going from one to another. He's reincarnated. Goes through the first section, ends up gone, comes back, and now he's about to come back again. Check this out. Now I'm going to go over who I think all these people are, if y'all don't understand who, or if you don't have an idea of who you think these people are. it gets good. Well, it's been good, but
Kendrick Lamar, a rapper looking at the lyrics to keep you in awe. The only factor I respected was raising the bar. My instincts sent material straight to the charts. My father kicked me out the house, I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand the way I was living. Ego and pride had me looking at him with resentment. I close my eyes, hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right?
So now what we're looking at is a level of maturity as it reincarnates into Kendrick Lamar, right? So we're looking at a level of maturity here where it's like, I finally understand why my father kicked me out of the house. I get it. I finally forgive him. I'm old enough to understand it now. I had major ego, major pride, and, you know, it had me looking at him with resentment.
Hoping that I don't come off contentious. I'm yelling, Father, did I finally get it right? Everything I did was selfless. I spoke freely when the people needed me. I helped them. I didn't gloat, even told them no when the vultures came. Took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. Father, I'm not perfect. I got urges, but I hold them down. But your pride has to die. Okay, Father, show me how. Tell me every deed that you done and what you do it for. I kept 100 institutions paid. Okay, tell me more. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? I could tell you where I'm going. I could tell you who you are. You fell out of...
Now let's stop right here, right? Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? I like the sentiment here. But I could tell you where you're going. I could tell you who you are. You fell out of heaven because you were anxious, didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent. So let's look that up real quick. I ain't going to read a whole chapter to you, but Isaiah. I think it's dope, though, because he's going to have people looking this up. And this isn't aligned with Christianity at all, but Isaiah 14 is a Bible passage that describes the Lord's mercy on Jacob and Israel in the end, and the end of the king of Babylon. So Jacob, of course, had issues trusting in the Lord, trusting in the Lord's will, trusting in his plan, and he saw these people that were suffering and felt like, God, why aren't you taking care of them? And I mean, we know the story, but in Isaiah 14 being prevalent to this conversation, Kendrick is saying that he feels that same way at this point in his life, where it's like, God, forgive me, but I don't understand. I don't understand why this is happening, why this is happening, and I don't understand why you can't just fix this problem.
Heaven cause you was anxious, didn't like authority, only searched to be heinous. Isaiah 14 was the only thing that was prevalent.
Uh-oh.
My greatest music director was you. It was colors, it was pinks, it was reds, it was blues, it was harmony and motion.
You starting to get where this is going? Starting to get where this is going? My greatest music producer was you.
I sent you down to earth cause you was broken. Rehabilitation, not psychosis, but now we here now. Centuries you manipulated man with music. Embodied you as superstars to see how you moving.
I love the messaging behind this, dude. Y'all, I hope y'all are starting to figure it out. I don't want to ruin it.
Came a long way from garnishing evilish views. And all I ever wanted from you was love and approval. I learned a lot, no more putting these people in fear. The more that word is diminished, the more it's not real. The more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an ideal. So can you promise that you won't take your gifts for granted? I promise that I use my gifts to bring understanding. For heavy man, woman, and child, how much can you vow? I vow my life just to live one in harmony now. You crushed a lot of people, keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. And let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back.
Reincarnated. I rewrote the devil's story just to... Let me rewind a little bit because this... Put it right in the middle of the video, dog. Whatever. I don't need it. All right, so Kendrick, towards the end... you start to realize that he actually has a relationship with God. God is the father that he's been talking about since the beginning, the one that kicked the first guy out, the one that the second lady couldn't connect with. And on the triple entendre of everything, I believe that what he's talking about in the beginning is the story of Jimi Hendrix. I believe that the second person that he's talking about is Whitney Houston, and I believe that he is the third. And essentially that it's like reincarnated. It's the enemy, the devil, reincarnated through every life. And what he did was he rewrote the devil's story just to take our, what is the word? Let me just back it up a little bit.
A lot of people keeping their thoughts in captivity, and I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. And let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back.
I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. I think that that's fire because he's saying that like the devil has like a grip on society and it's so tight that he had to rewrite the story to get people to understand the forgiveness and the grace of God, which goes along with Isaiah 14, and it broadens the entire picture. And this is so dope because he's coming at this from different people that may have used their gifts for the glory of God to begin with, like all three of them, that have suffered at the hands of the enemy once they got more prominent in the music industry and that fame started to trickle and take them into a different direction. The first two didn't survive that. What Kendrick is saying here is, I survived it. I made it out. And that's fire, bro. That's fire to me. Because anybody, listen, you might not agree with all of his viewpoints. I sure don't. But what he's saying is that he's trying to push forward a new agenda where we look at our morale and our code as something that's precious, something that needs to be molded and cured even, because where it's at now is people just don't care about morals and they don't care about codes. And I think that Kendrick is doing a really good job of putting morale back at the forefront of mainstream hip hop. I've said that in several videos, but I think that it's overly, it's overly, what's the word I'm looking for? Overly obvious. It's overly obvious at this point. Like, of course, that's what he's doing. And I think that he's doing a really good job at it. And on the quadruple entendre maybe of this song, I think he kind of throws Pac into that mix as well, where it's like he's using Pac's flow, and maybe Kendrick is saying, like, I watched all of these people go through all of these issues, and I just want to be something different, and I want to show the people something different. So God be with me, and him and God are reconnected, and he feels like he's in good spirits with God. So now he's vowing, look right here.
Enemy, let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil.
Move. Dang, bro. It's the one at the end. It's right here. Yep. All right. I promise that I will use my gifts to bring understanding for every man, woman, and child. How much can you vow? I vow my life. I vow my life to live one in harmony now. You crushed a lot of people keeping their thoughts in captivity, and I'm ashamed that I've ever created that I ever created that enemy. Then let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. That's fire, man. That's super fire. And I like this up here too, because it really showcases what the industry is. Like, the more light that I can capture, the more I can feel. I'm using words for inspiration as an idea, so you can prompt. Oh wait, so it might be this one a little further back. I sent you down to earth because you was broken. Rehabilitation, not psychosis. But now we hear now centuries you manipulated man with music. So what Kendrick is saying here is, for centuries, the devil, which, you know, he was a musician of sorts according to scripture, and you know, he knows how to use music to get you to do what he wants you to do. So for centuries, you have manipulated man with music, embodied you as superstars to see how you're moving, to come a long way from garnishing evilish views, and all I ever wanted from you was love and approval. I think that this song is super special. I think it's super dope. I think it's awesome when people can really paint a vivid story and make you think, and even allow you to see the picture full-fledged in front of you, even without a music video. I gotta tip my hat, dude. This is fire. This album is fire. A lot of people are saying, like, this can't be it. Like, after Not Like Us and everybody saying he's rap super, this can't be it. This album is hard. I don't know what y'all are listening to. This is, to me, love it or hate it, bro, this is my favorite Kendrick Lamar album. I like it better than Damn. I don't know if I can say I like it better than Good Kid, Mad City, actually. Good Kid, Mad City is super dope. But Kendrick don't have a full series of classic albums, in my opinion. But I think this further solidifies his point as he is the greatest rapper alive right now as far as what goes on in the industry circuit. So I tip my hat to it. And I tip my hat to the fact that he's trying to change things. He's trying to... It's him against the entire industry. And that's what the symbolization was of him versus Drake. Drake is the industry. He's the industry puppet. He's the industry darling. And Kendrick had to go up against him and take him down. It was David versus Goliath. And now that that's taken care of and that's out the way, Kendrick holds that mantle and he can change the course and the direction of what mainstream hip hop is and what it's supposed to do. Maybe he can bring it back to the glory days of what it was in the beginning, which was against the system, giving people a voice that were hurt and that were in pain, and just giving the underdogs stage to propel forward in life with. And that's what I'm hoping for. I think it's dope. Congratulations to Kendrick on this album drop. Congratulations to the Super Bowl. I can't wait to hear your performance at the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be amazing. And with that being said, man, I like this album a lot. I don't know what people are talking about, man. I really don't. I mean, there's a few songs on there that I'm probably not going to rock with all the time, but I still think that they're dope songs. Every album has that, you know what I mean? But I feel like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, out of those 12 songs, I really enjoyed thoroughly listening to all of them. There's a couple of beats that I just felt like I didn't really connect with, but the lyrics are so potent and good that it doesn't really matter, you know? Anyways, man, salute to Kendrick. This is fire. The intro was fire. I'm loving this whole album. Y'all need to go check it out, man. I think he's going to move crazy units. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I think he's going to move 600,000 first week. I think he's going to tear it up, bro. Because just where he is right now, he's huge. And it's like impossible to do 600,000 right now. I just think that a lot of people are supporting him in that range of motion to put morale back at the forefront. I think that that's important. I think it's important that the head titan of hip hop has a morale and a code and an ethic that he champions and holds up and pushes, you know? It's good for the kids. This music is good for the kids. That's what's important. Watch the party die. I love it. All right, I'm out of here, man. Like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. All right, peace.